Think of what follows as a quiet moment of understanding, meant only for your heart. Trust what feels true to you, and release anything that does not. A gentle but powerful change took place within them last night. Unseen, but deeply felt, an inner barrier they had carefully maintained began to dissolve. It wasn't broken down, it simply let go. Their soul had grown too tired of pretending. In the deep quiet, a quiet voice spoke a single, clear truth: the memory and meaning of you. This was not a brief thought. It was a full, sensory recollection. They were reminded of your light, the genuine warmth of your spirit. They saw again the person who loves without reservation, remains kind after pain, and holds a strength that is both quiet and unshakable. They recalled the quality of your love: patient without expectation, supportive without condition, real without disguise. That recognition settled in them like a truth they could no longer avoid. They have tried, sincerely, to convince themselves they were moving forward. Their days have been full, their smiles real, their paths new. But the stillness of the night stripped all that away, revealing what was always there: a place in their heart that belongs only to you. In the absence of noise, that silent space finally spoke. This realization may have arrived as a physical feeling, sudden emotion, a weight in the chest, a night of wrestling with thoughts, or a dream that felt more like a visit. Their heart may have spoken your name before their thoughts could intervene. Once the heart declares something this honestly, there is no returning to the old story. What they felt goes beyond missing the past. This was a moment of awakening. It reveals a beautiful truth: some bonds are not severed by time or distance. They are woven into the fabric of who we are. They rest, and then they return to remind us of what is real. Their spirit recalled you not as a story, but as a feeling of safety, of being truly known, of a peace that asked for no performance. They remembered how your belief in them felt like a shelter. And in that memory, they understood something important: that specific peace has been absent everywhere else. Now, a quiet admission is taking root inside them. Their heart is forming words their voice has not yet spoken. This is how healing often begins, not with a shout, but with a whisper the soul can no longer silence. A perspective for your heart. Moments like these are reminders of energy's quiet language. The love you offered was not lost, it became part of a shared story. The calm or surety you may feel within yourself now could be your own spirit recognizing this shift. It means what you shared carried weight, truth, and a lasting signature. Let that knowledge comfort you. True connections live outside of time, and the love you gave remains a quiet, unchangeable fact. A quiet confession has formed within them. It is simple and pure: I miss you. I need you. I should never have let this go. Even if their phone is silent, this truth has already been spoken in the sacred space of their heart. This internal shift is genuine, and you may have sensed its echo: a sudden heaviness in your chest, an unexplained tug on your thoughts, or their memory washing over you without cause. This is the language of a deep bond. Energy communicates long before words ever do. Their heart sent a signal, and yours, instinctively, received it. Yet, alongside this awakening, there is fear. Not a fear of you, but a profound fear of everything you represent. A love of this depth demands honesty, responsibility, and personal evolution. They now see they were not equipped for that before. This understanding brings a necessary humility. They are not interested in a casual return or in repeating old patterns. A new knowing inside them insists that if a path back to you exists, it must be built differently, it must be built to last. This is why the outside may still be quiet. Silence is not always the absence of love. Often, It is the sound of someone collecting the courage to approach something precious with the respect it deserves. It can mean they are pausing, seeking guidance, determined not to mishandle a gift they have only just learned to value. Please understand this. During your season of hurt, a change was beginning in them. In your waiting, a hardness in them was being softened. Through your prayers, a foundation was being restored. They may not have the words for it yet, but they feel this internal reconstruction. They are not the person who left. They are looking back with a new perspective, seeing you now through a lens of clarity instead of fear. They are finally confronting the questions they once buried. Why did I retreat from something so true? Why did I let my ego silence my own heart? As these questions gain strength, every old excuse weakens. This is the authentic beginning of change. They are coming to a powerful realization: you were never just a passing phase. You are not someone who can be exchanged. You offered something rarer, love that was not loud or performative, but constant, genuine, and safe. They see now that what they searched for elsewhere was never a replacement, it was always a memory of the peace they had with you. They are remembering you as a homier, real and honest place where they could truly rest and be themselves. Once that sense of belonging is remembered, every other place feels unfamiliar. Last night marked a private milestone, witnessed by no one but the divine. A promise was made in the quiet: I will not look away from this again. Once such a vow is etched into a soul, the universe begins to align, even if the movement is not yet visible. So if you have felt a shift in the air around you, trust that feeling. If you sense a preparation happening beneath the surface of things, you are not dreaming. The most important transformations often choose a quiet arrival, setting the stage for what is to come next. Yes, you are a living testament to peace. That quiet confidence you carry, it speaks louder than any words. You are not defined by their presence or their absence. There is a radiance about you that comes from a deeper source, a joy that flows from within. You aren't bitter, you are free. You have become more truly yourself than you ever were before, and that growth is what unsettles them the most. It proves a powerful truth: you have outgrown the chapter they were in. They must face a reality they tried to ignore. You were never incomplete without them. You chose the man-active, generous decision to invest your love in who they were. Losing the honor of being chosen by someone like you is what lingers with them now. It's a quiet ghost in their daily life. Here is something important to understand. Even if they seem distant, they notice you. They observe your healing from afar. Every glimpse of your happiness, every sign of your progress, stirs something deep within them, a mix of regret and respect. They see the shift in your energy, the lightness in your spirit, and it reminds them of what they walked away from. They compare everything in their life now to the standard you set, and nothing feels the same. Do you see the careful balance unfolding? Like the story of the prodigal son, sometimes a person must feel true loss before they gain clarity. They had to experience life without you to understand the value of what they had. A veil is lifting for them now. They are beginning to truly see you. But here is the sacred truth meant to set your heart completely free. This entire journey, their awakening, your healing, was never about winning them back. It was about you arriving at a place of unshakable self-knowledge. Their realization is not a signal to reopen a door. It is a confirmation that the door was real and that you were the gift on the other side. You have already received what this lesson was meant to give you, the understanding of your own worth, proven not by their return, but by your ability to rise, rebuild, and radiate without them. Their journey is theirs. Yours is now forward, in the full confidence of a love that begins and ends within you. You are not waiting for an apology to feel complete. You are complete, and that is the most powerful truth of all. This moment of truth arrived in the quiet, when the noise of the world faded and they were left alone with themselves. When keeping busy no longer kept the feelings away. That's when their heart spoke, clear and undeniable. It confessed what their pride had long suppressed, that they hurt you, that they let fear make their choices, that they pushed away something precious because they felt unready. And finally, the core truth they've been running from: they still love you. They may not have voiced it aloud to you yet, but in the private sanctuary of their heart, the words were spoken. And when a truth like that is finally admitted, it transforms a person from the inside out. This internal shift has an energy, and that energy may be why you felt unexpectedly tender latelia heaviness in your spirit, sudden waves of memory, a sense of being pulled inward for no obvious reason. Our deepest connections communicate on a level beyond words. Your spirit can sense a change in theirs, even before any news arrives. They are now acutely aware of your absence. They miss the peace of your presence, the steadiness of your calm, the way your love felt like a safe harbor. They took for granted the stability your energy brought to their life. Now, they feel the emptiness it left behind, and that realization frightens them, not from a place of weakness, but from a new understanding of the profound gift they risked losing. This clarity is helping them make sense of the past. They're starting to understand why nothing after you ever felt right. Why other interactions felt hollow, why new connections lacked weight. It wasn't that others were lacking, it was that what you shared had a rare and genuine depth. Once a soul has known that, it can no longer be content with what is shallow. Their thoughts keep returning to you, not with fantasy, but with newfound respect. They are replaying moments with a different perspective. Your patience they didn't appreciate then, your quiet sacrifices, the love you gave freely, without keeping score. They see it all now because they are seeing with new eyes. Of course, fear is present. They are asking themselves the hard questions: is it too late? Did I damage this beyond repair? Would they even consider me again? But alongside that fear is a powerful pull, because truth has a magnetic force. Real love doesn't vanish, it goes dormant, it deepens, it matures in the quiet. Their desires have changed. They are no longer interested in what is fleeting or easy. Their soul now craves what is real, safe, and deeply rooted. And when they try to picture that, it is your essence that comes to mind: your sincerity, your strength, your way of being a true home. Their prayers have changed, too. They are quieter, more humble. They are asking for guidance, for the right words, for personal growth. They are praying not just for another chance, but for the wisdom to deserve it. This in itself is a sign of change. Where they once might have avoided blame, they are now learning to shoulder responsibility. They are coming to a quiet, solid realization: what you shared was not a coincidence. It was not just good timing. It had purpose. And a connection with purpose does not simply end because someone turned away from it. It waits. It endures. It leaves a permanent mark on the heart, ready to be acknowledged when the soul is finally ready to see. The connection endures, patiently, until awareness dawns within them. Their aim is not a hasty reunion. They have no interest in returning with justifications or uncertainty. The intention is to avoid causing more pain. Their focus is on doing this the right way. Should they ever find their way to you again, it will be with transparency, honor, sincerity, and a spirit that has been remade by time and truth. They have been revisiting the past with a new purpose, to gain wisdom from it. Fragments of what was left behind: a conversation, a picture, a forgotten text now serve as quiet teachers. Each one reveals a truth, a moment they acted from immaturity, a time they withdrew from fear, an instance where your loyalty remained unwavering. Every lesson learned gently dismantles another wall within them. This transformation makes no sound. It is the most private of journeys. Evolution does not need a spotlight. Often, it occurs in unseen tears, in pleas made to the quiet, and in choices that have not yet been spoken aloud. The current stillness from them is not a void. It is a season of gathering strength. Their spirit is stirring from a long sleep. Defensiveness is fading. Anxiety is being replaced by clarity. The old patterns hold no appeal. They wish to heal what was, not relive it. They long for the courage to stand before you, openly, and say all the things that were once too terrifying to voice. They hope to prove that this shift is not fleeting or reactive, but solid and lasting. Therefore, if a feeling persists within you, a sense of unresolved chapters, a quiet pull that logic cannot explain, honor that instinct. It exists because a profound movement is underway, deep below the surface. It progresses steadily, with great care. Remember this: your impression on their life is permanent. You could not be swapped out. Your significance in this story is absolute. Your contributions held weight. Your emotions were valid. The current process is not about speed, it is about things falling into their rightful place. What may come will bear little resemblance to the previous season. It will be more considered, more grounded, more conscious. The driving force is no longer simple absence. It is a newfound, unwavering recognition of your essential value. And that recognition is altering the very core of who they are.